Hello there. Today we're going to get started on building out the drive stack for RYS Academy version 2. The first step is to log into your Google Drive with your Persona account. The next step is to go ahead and create all the files that we will be using as part of the drive stack. You do this by going to the New button in the left corner, selecting New, and the first thing I will make is my folder. Select folder, put in a name. So we're going to be using water damage restoration, water restoration services, and then put in the town we're going for, Franklin, Indiana. And then you create. The next step I like to do is go ahead and set the settings on this folder before creating the other documents. You do this by going to the little share icon, selecting, and hitting advanced. And now you can change the access. So change, public on web, save, and done. The next step is to open up this folder, and now all files that will be saved in this folder will inherit the permissions of the folder and be saved for public view. So the next step is to go through and create a file for each Google Doc. I will pause this video while I create all these files and then restart after they are all put in the folder. Okay, now as you can see, I've added the 6 files and named them with keywords plus geolocation, and also added the phone number at the end for when these rank. At least people will see the phone number to make a call. Each file that was created was just one of the Google Docs for all the different types. The first thing I like to do once these are created is start working on what I like to call my link sheet. So we'll open the Excel sheet, and I like to go down to about the 20th row just to leave the top to kind of pretty it up after we get going. And I create some headers in the Excel sheet. Keyword, Google file URL, and I'd like to put in here another keyword location, and then I'd like to put in here the Google shorten link, and then another keyword location and keyword location. And I'll explain those in a little more detail once we get going. So now you can kind of drag these so you can see all the wording in each cell just to open these up. Now by document, or we can also put maybe I don't know, property. And what I mean by that is, I like to list the Google My Business About page, Google My Business Post page, Google My Business Photos, and then Google My Business Map. And then the other thing I like to add here is, my Google site, then the Drive folder itself. And then within that folder, we're going to have the gdoc, the gsheet, and I call this one links. I'll explain that later. And then gsheet keyword. And that one I haven't created yet. And we'll go into detail a little more later. And then you got the G slides, Google dash drawing, and Google My Map. And what are we missing? Google Form. And I believe that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's all of the kind of Google documents that we'll be creating. We may be creating some more later, but for now, that's just how I kind of start building out the link document to capture the different files I'm going to be creating. And then I'll put in just a keyword to kind of relate to it. And then I'll put in the actual share URL for these. And then another keyword with maybe a geo modifier. And then a shortened Google shortened link with some other keyword with some geo modifiers as well. But in the next videos, we'll go into detail, kind of dig into each one of these documents and work to optimize each one to pass relevancy to our entity. See you in the next video.